At what point is water considered at a boil? Lots of recipes call for waiting for the water to come to a boil. However, I have never been sure when that is. From my viewpoint, it could be at 3 different points. First, start to see small air bubbles coming up from the bottom of the pan when the surface of the water is noticeably disturbed by the bubbles when it is a full-on raging torrent of activity depending on the amount of water used. These 3 points could be several minutes apart from each other, which will affect the cooking time.
By definition, 1 is a simmer. Once the bubbles form a steady stream. 2 is a boil, and 3 is a roiling boil. One important note is that while bringing water to a boil, there is first a point where a bunch of little bubbles form on the bottom of the pot. These initial bubbles are dissolved air coming out of solution as the water heats. This is not the same as a simmer. The apparent difference between a simmer and air coming out of solution is that in a simmer, the bubbles will continually form and rise towards the surface instead of sitting on the bottom. The initial bubbles will occur at much lower temperatures, and long before the water simmers, boils. So, to add to Bob McGee's answer, 0 is bubbles forming on the bottom, not a simmer. 1 small bubbles rising towards the surface is a simmer. 2 is a boil. 3 is a rolling boil.